We're basically scientists.
It's Hey West Pally, I'm Allie.
I'm Max.
And this is the continuous glucose monitoring beer mile. If you haven't seen any of my CGM videos, this tells us our blood sugar in real time. So we're gonna see exactly what running and chugging does to our bodies inside.
If this is your first beer mile, where have you been?
Yeah, honestly. Let me give you a rundown. You chug a beer, run a quarter mile, repeat until you've had 4 beers and ran a full mile. So sprinting, high intensity interval training is one thing that really makes your glucose jump, and so does carbs, right?
Don't worry, we'll figure it out for
Yeah,
you,
this
because
is-
we're basically scientists.
But beer isn't just carbs, it has alcohol in it. So alcohol inhibits gluconeogenesis, which is basically your liver putting more glucose in your blood. It can't do that when you're drunk.
Because it's working. Your liver's working.
Your
Your liver doesn't work overtime.
Basically, I'm super confused on what's gonna happen here, and I'm really excited to see on a graph what my body's doing. And then compare it to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Have we had opposite reactions yet? I had some oatmeal today.
And?
Shoo,
Really?
skyrocketed.
Same,
yeah, real
same.
bad.
Which is weird because we're so different physically, but then we had the same reaction to oatmeal.
And also oatmeal's like a healthy.
Yeah. Go check out the video where I test a bunch of different foods if you want more on that. Let me bring out the goods. He was trying to make this not a beer mile, and I'm like, no, we got to start with the basics. Mostly this is just a trade-off because neither of us want to drink Coors Light. Oh wait, they're ingredients. Water, barley malt. No, barley malt's one. Corn syrup, yeast, hop extract. Wait, there's corn syrup in this? Oh, we're supposed to be on a track. If you recall my first beer mile, we actually did it on a track at a high school, but because COVID, we can't actually get in there. So now we're just doing it out on this trail. Cool. How far we go?
We're going down to the sign that says, pick up your dog and then we come back.
You measured it already.
1/4 pounder.
All right, what's your current glucose? Right now I'm at 62, which is actually pretty low.
115, which I think is in my range.
62 is usually my range. Like, I had some protein earlier, but really I'm sitting mostly fasted, which is also dangerous. If my body can't make more glucose, I could go hypoglycemic. All right, let's just get them going. Are we timing this even? It's not a competition, mostly because Max would crush me on the running.
No. To be fair, as great looking as I am, I am incredibly slow.
Oh yeah, I might have a chance on the running. It was the rowing that you crushed me.
The rowing was easy, because
Yeah,
you weren't
get it.
pulling hard enough.
Pulling's different than running. It seems the same to me. It's just cardio.
I can run better if I ran with my arms. Rowing's
If I
like
ran
running.
with my arms, just handstand walk.
We could do an army crawl one. That'd be insane.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
On your mark.
Get set.
Beer mile.
It'd be nice as a straw, actually. Have you noticed with a straw?
Rules are that you have to crack the beer at the start. You can't have it pre-opened and you can't use a straw.
And you can't use it in a pint glass. Somebody else tried to pull that one last time.
Correct.
Oh, man.
This is weirdly slow chug. What's going on?
A lot of foam. We're out of shape. It's COVID season.
Lego. Uh-oh. Already getting burpy. I think I found the sign. Is this it? Is this around? I am feeling slow. Check time. First I'm checking. Hey, I moved up. I'm at 69 right now. All right. Get off my channel, child.
When you scan again, this won't go up right now, right?
Right, so it's about 15 minutes behind if you were doing a blood test. So we're gonna see this happen a little bit later. I honestly don't know if this is gonna spike or drop me.
Sounds like a WWF match. I don't know if she's gonna get spiked or dropped. She's going down in this very rig tonight, Thursday, 8 p.m.
Man, this is a lot of burping. Woo, 74. See, this is another thing. Stress will drive glucose into your blood because your body's like preparing to deal with whatever you're nervous about. Technically, I should be running right now.
I haven't done one of these in so long. And by one of these, I mean running any distance whatsoever. Stomach update, feeling definitely sloshing around. Not quite puking, but don't put any limits on me.
Oh, that sucked. Halfway there.
2 down, 2 to go.
I'm now regretting doing this fasted. Oh, this sucks. You always forget that beer mile feeling till you're back in it.
Like your first time on a roller coaster.
That beer mile feeling. Put your hands up and just go.
Get in, you scream about it to stop, and then while you're at the top, you're like, okay, this is fine. And then you're like,
This metaphor is fitting well. Okay, ooh, it's moving up. I'm no longer concerned about going hypoglycemic, which I'm pretty happy about. This is my fastest beer mile ended right now.
well,
It was on a treadmill. I was that
yeah,
feels like
that's
cheating.
optimal conditions.
Optimal.
We're dealing with wind.
Levels is all about optimal. One more check. 82. I'm moving up.
He's killing it.
Go! Honestly, I'm feeling like I'm more in fat burning mode. A good way to bring your blood sugar down is to go for like a brisk walk after a meal or chugging several beers. Time to test 90 with an arrow pointing upward as though to warn me if I was diabetic that I might need to head to the hospital. Honestly, this is a revelation for me. I was concerned about going way too low. If we did this with whiskey, that probably would happen. The carbs in the beer are keeping me alive.
If one thing we've learned is that COVID definitely hurts the cardio, that's for sure.
Which is interesting because running outside is the only gym that's open. I don't know why we're not doing it. One more beer. Here we go.
Hi, buddy. Hey, how you
This
doing?
dog's the cutest thing. Come here.
Oh,
Do I smell like a beer?
buddy.
You're the cutest thing I've ever seen. I love you so much.
Oh, he's getting
Oh my god.
smushed.
He has whiskers like Max. Look, his curly little beard.
This is our
This is
last
it.
beer, unless you want to jump in.
Guest lap.
Guest lap.
Get in here.
Cheers.
She also has a comedy dance channel that's freaking hilarious. You will love. Back on course. Hold on. What is my blood sugar doing? 101 and trending upward.
Oh.
I'm feeling good, man.
The beer is in me, dude.
All right, go. Last lap.
Get him, babe. Here he comes. On your left, Spag. Home stretch.
All right, Max wins by a toe. No, my blood sugar is the champion. Am I up to your first measurement yet? 104, still rising. Honestly, that's a relief to me. I thought I'd be like dipping down to 50. I am feeling tipsy. Our time is, hold on, stop. 23 minutes and 42 seconds.
Casual as you like.
That's like 2 beer mile time. This was not about speed, it was about...
Power. Blood power. Who won?
So, to look at what's going on here, we got my blood sugar leading up to this, and then as soon as we started the beer mile, boom, you got that spike up, and it's probably gonna keep going. No, stop! Ah! Come on, you're messing up our control study. We need to take time to let it come back down.
A hard 120.
108. I have yet to get back to your starting point. You stayed exactly the same the whole time. Wow! Yeah, so the alcohol had an effect on you. All right, we're 35 minutes past starting the beer mile. Where are you sitting? 95. Oh! I'm coming back down. I peaked in high school. Don't laugh at that. Shut up. The highest I hit, ooh, I still stayed in range. I'm so happy about this. 109 was my peak, so I still healthily stayed in in range for a beer. My salute level says that you should stay under 110 for a healthy metabolism. I mean, that's the goal for like really optimizing.
110?
Yeah.
I started at 120. I didn't
You
do
want to be
anything.
between 70 and 110, and I'm pretty pumped that I did a beer mile and did that.
And currently, 117.
Solid.
Working my way down.
I will say 117 is still pretty low in terms of like spiking, because I've hit above 150 when I had oatmeal. Again, you know what's worse than a beer mile? Oatmeal, but just for me specifically. I don't want to, yeah, you too. Well, I'm not trying to write the diet book for everyone, because someone else could have oatmeal and have a beer mile spike. Whereas, I'm not communicating this correctly. Go watch the diet video instead.
You know what? You try explaining stuff when you're hammered drunk and you just ran a full mile backwards, frontwards, in a mask at dusk.
With an adorable dog, might I add. Oh, my metabolic score did go down by 4 percentage points. Did I just do that? 4 percentage points? My SAT score went down by several thousand. 86, I'm dropping back down. Look at this. Insulin sensitivity, as I think is what's happening in there. My body is like, oh, carbs? Let me just grab them out of your blood and use them for your muscles.
Insulin, more like insul-out, 116.
Oh, that is way funnier than it should be. Whoa, 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 whoa. Glucose going low. Look, I'm dropping back down. I'm already at 73.
I'm at 117.
Interesting how different we are. I think it's the beard. Any activity or intake has an effect over about 2 hours. Cut to me and our final scores. Now take a look at our comparison. Max was like unaffected, and I jumped up to 45 higher than where I started. Another crazy thing happened to me a bit later. We were trying not to eat or work out or get stressed out because all of those things would affect our beer mile, and we wanted to have it in isolation. But I kept dropping down, and then at like 2.5 hours after, I was sitting at 56 and went rut-row and ate something. That was the hypoglycemia I was talking about, which could have happened because, like I mentioned, the alcohol was blocking gluconeogenesis, and I was confirmed tipsy at that point because I blew a .066. So over this whole experiment, my little body was like, ah, beer! And then all of the carbs went into my blood, and then my insulin was like, uh-oh, bring it down! And then my drunk liver was like, oh no, we went too far and I can't fix it. And Max's body was like, what? Did something happen? Beer mile? I didn't feel anything. And I know that may just seem like, oh, well, he's a big dude and you're a tiny female, so that's why it's different. But I swear, if I could track Kim and T, they're very similar to me in gender, and size and workout levels, I still think their results would be crazy different from mine and Max's, so I may have to do some more comparisons in the future. Speaking of future, don't miss any upcoming Fitness Outrageous videos, and don't miss any from the past either.